Turning our monitors now to Capitol Hill as lawmakers return to Washington after a weekend of unrest all across the state of California, especially those hot spots in Los Angeles. A lot of congressional representatives spoke out today against those ICE raids in California, including Washington Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal. She serves as the ranking member of the subcommittee on immigration, security, integrity, and enforcement. She joined the front lines, in fact, of a protest happening right now in Washington, D.C. This group is calling attention to the arrests of the California community leader, David Huerta, over the weekend, a huge name representing a lot of people in the state of California, Mr. Huerta. Take a listen to her message to the Trump administration just now.
I have one word for you today. Enough! Enough of these mass ICE raids that are sweeping up innocent people of every legal status, tearing apart families and our communities. Do you say enough? Enough! And the arrests of community members and leaders like the incredible SEIU president, David Huerta.
The crowd chanting enough and booing there. Let's bring in Annie Karni for more on this. She is the congressional correspondent for the New York Times. Annie, it's nice to have you with us today. This has been bubbling in Congress for days. What have you been seeing and hearing from lawmakers in response to the ICE raids?
We've seen a lot of outrage. Just a partisan divide, which is what we see on most things that the Trump administration is doing. Democrats, calling this completely unacceptable and a escalation of force. They at times call any of these movements sort of a distraction, attempts to distract from Trump's domestic policy agenda, having a rough ride in Congress from his falling out from Elon Musk. And then Republicans mostly defending the actions of the Trump administration, because I'd say the overarching story of this Congress is that they have bent over backwards to fall in line with the White House. We don't see any pushback from Republicans, but it's just another partisan divide.
It's so fascinating because we know we are at a point in time where that so-called and so labeled, quote, big, beautiful bill, that's what President Trump calls it. A lot of that big, beautiful bill addresses spending on immigration's enforcement. And then all of this is playing out as a backdrop. Also speaking this morning, I want to get your take on this. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he called for an increase in security funding in response to that recent surge in violent anti-Semitic attacks. I want to ask you about this, but let's listen to it together right now.
So today, we are calling for $500 million for this nonprofit security grant program. And what does it go for? It goes to protect our institutions, obviously with fencing and with cameras and with doors. And we made a big change a few years ago. It's now allowed for personnel. Because of church and state, the synagogues, the Jewish community councils, the churches cannot hire people directly on their payroll, but they can hire security guard companies.
All right, so what's in the bill relative to that kind of security, if anything?
I don't have the numbers at my fingertips, but I feel like it's interesting that this is an interesting political move from Democrats. The Trump administration has been cloaking a lot of their actions against Harvard and other institutions about protecting anti-Semitism. And this is an example of Democrats, not ceding the issue to Republicans who are using it sometimes to enact their agenda that has little to do with fighting anti-Semitism. But here's an example of Democrats calling out anti-Semitism and taking a strong stand that they are the party also that, is taking this issue seriously, the protection of Jewish Americans here. So I think politically it was smart for Democrats to take up this mantle at this moment.
Well, also we know that the House is going to vote this week on rescissions package. Do we have an idea where that stands? And I guess what we would ask you to do before you answer that question is refamiliarize our viewer with what a rescissions package is.
Yeah. This is the Trump administration's attempt to claw back some $9 billion of funding that was approved by Congress. Like every bill through the House, we don't know if they have the votes until the minute they have the votes because of the tight margins. Mike Johnson, the speaker, can afford to lose 3. I interviewed Representative Don Bacon, a Republican from Nebraska, last week who said he's a no right now because of cuts to PEPFAR, a program started by George Bush that if they don't figure out some fix to that, he's a no. So there's one. We've heard some other ones. There's cuts to NPR and other broadcasting media organizations that some people have some issues with. So it's supposed to come to the floor for a vote on Wednesday. Like with every big bill that matters, they have a lot of work to do before then to get the votes. We never know. I mean, Mike Johnson has had success in ultimately getting there, but it's not there right now.
No, and by the skin of his teeth, arguably. And just it bears mentioning, President Donald Trump would like this passed, buttoned up and on his desk so he can sign it by July 4th. From what you are seeing, are they on track to be able to have that deliverable to him by July 4th?
The July 4th deadline is for the big, beautiful bill to make its way through the Senate. No, I don't know. I mean, all these congressional deadlines are always a little bit self-imposed and a little bit fake. They would like to get this through the Senate by July 4th, but it's a big guessing game on Capitol Hill whether that's even doable. The Senate moves so much slower than the House, too. There's time limits that certain number of hours have to pass between various stages of the voting. The House kind of like, you have the votes, you can go to the floor, you can vote on it. The
Right.
Senate has a very slow way of progressing. So we don't know. July 4th is hanging out there. It's not clear that they'll make that deadline.
Yeah, well, there's politics, there's policy, and there's procedure. Get you in my twins' senior year civics class, please, to let them know what that is all about. We see that you know that very well. Annie Karni, thank you so much. Please tell everybody there in the Big Apple hello for us.